We're starting things soon here between the two, but honestly, it's going to be quite tough to call. But enough with the chit-chat. We're going to start things by getting them to walk onto the stage. So, starting things off, it will be NOSFA versus RAISY. Let's see if RAISY will, I wouldn't say step up his game, but see how he does against NOSFA now, because NOSFA has been performing really well throughout the entirety of the groups. We know that RAISY lost to Yup and Strong Sage. He probably doesn't phase him too much, because if he beats NOSFA, he's just going to take his seed anyway. So it's like the groups never happened.
Exactly. It seems that RAISY was having a little bit too much fun during the group stage.
Probably.
And I guess it's fine to warm up. Usually when RAISY is having fun with the game, it's when he plays his best, but now he's going to have to go full serious mode and try his best, or he's going to go out to the lower bracket.
That is right. We've already seen Zeniku go down to the lower bracket. Of course, we don't want another Maestro man dropping down there, but you know what? Anything is possible considering.
Yeah, because we've had a lot of upsets, and even though NOSFA is playing really well, I think him taking down RAISY here would be another one.
Yeah, the Asta boys have been playing pretty well. We've had NOSFA's come out the groups really strong. We had Yup taking down RAISY to put him down his pedestal a little bit in the group stages. We had Vodkax as well, playing very well. He even had that sudden death against Rafa on Exile, one of the first matches yesterday. So all the Aster guys have actually been, again, nothing short of spectacular. But I'm sure, you know, over at Maestro, we don't want another person dropping down the lower bracket so early. But yeah, it would be very, very uncharacteristic for RAISY to drop. We know he drops down to lowest every single time at some stage, but that's more the later points.
Just look at QuakeCon results, right? Top 4, 3 Maestro players.
Yeah. You think it should happen here? Again?
Yeah, it's the likely option, right? Especially without Kilson here to try and mix things up. It's up to Maxter really to step up his game, or anyone to cause massive upsets.
Yeah. So we're going to get set up and ready. We're going to go through the pick and ban phase very shortly. And just to let you guys know again, we do have those 2 other streams, and the matches will be going ahead consistently throughout the whole process. So if there's any upper bracket matches we may have missed out on, or lower bracket matches will be starting very soon as well, you can catch them on Shaftastic TV and Maxter Quake. So make sure you follow all of those, or just watch all of them all at once. That's probably what I would do if I was at home. Yeah,
definitely just watch all at once and keep them open, check out the game you want the most.
Be greedy.
Be very
Treat
greedy.
yourself, go on.
Exactly.
So, in terms of what you think with the picks and bans here, do you feel like they're going to be dabbling on Crucible or Exile? Do you reckon they're going to ban it straight away? What's your thoughts?
I'm really scared for NOSFA when it comes to picks and bans, because he's one of the few players. He's overall really, really good. He's good at every weapon. He's good at a lot of champions, but when it comes to the maps, there's like 2 or 3 maps that he doesn't really play, and in QPL it shows. Like, if he would learn those couple of maps that he doesn't play, he would like catapult himself to top 8, because he has all of the skill necessary. He's good at timing, he's good at fighting, he's good at positioning, he's really good at making decisions. He's just really his map pool and sometimes his champion pool that lets him down. And now with Exile and Crucible in the pool, I am curious to see if this favors him more or less.
Well, RAISY does have currently the highest rail accuracy, but he's only fired a handful of shots.
He's been
Does that count?
He's been having fun with it. I'm not sure that's gonna count. I think there's gonna be like a minimum required amount of shots, so that he can't get away with it. And obviously, he would try to do something like that. Yeah, but as we said, if he wants to beat NOSFA, he's not gonna be able to do it by firing 1 rail.
No, especially against NOSFA as well, who's going to be who likes to play a nice rail-heavy game sometimes. And we do have the picks and bans, and already Crucible is being banned by RAISY straight away.
Okay, NOSFA bans Deep Embrace. It's one of the maps that he doesn't play at all.
And NOSFA, as he banned Deep Embrace, as you rightly mentioned, and we're going to see what the first pick is going to be from RAISY. This has been interesting. Exile is still available, and it looks like it will be, well, once upon a time, RAISY's keep to start things off.
That's a good one. And NOSFA, I wonder what he'll pick. Might just go with, Blood Covenant. Okay, that should be interesting at least.
He is quite good on Blood Covenant. We've seen him, like, over the course of time, every time he played against Rafa on Blood Covenant, he's been improving his Blood Covenant.
I will tell you right now, though, there's no way RAISY can beat NOSFA on Blood Covenant without firing a rail.
Yeah, well, Yeah.
He goes with Corrupted Keep, just, you know, covering his bases, but then the Blood Covenant, there he cannot beat it by not firing a rail, unless he just goes full ham with a machine gun.
So we could see a Strog, a
That's gotta be
BJ, a
Strog,
Galena.
right? It's the matchup we've never seen before on this map. The Strog, and there it is, very unexpected.
What a shock, what a shock.
No idea how this one's gonna go.
NOSFA could ban the Slash potentially. We'll have to see.
It's better that he doesn't, to ban Nix and leave Slash and Athena open to play one of them and let RAISY play the other. Unless he wants to play on a massive movement disadvantage. So he bans the DK. And to just keep both Slash and Athena open. So he lets RAISY pick one of them and he's just going to pick the other one.
Yeah.
Because banning one of them would just cause him a massive disadvantage. So thinking ahead a little bit, RAISY, which one does he want? Is he going to let the time run out to random? And he's going to go with the Nix! Wow! So RAISY decides to put himself on a massive movement disadvantage. And NOSFA is going to be the one with the Slash.
Very interesting. So
and the Athena ban on the Awoken, it was the last light champion remaining.
Understandable, yeah.
So NOSFA might just go with... I'm not sure actually, what does he want to play? Doom?
He could play Doom. We've even seen some Visor picks randomly, but that's...
Or Galena as well. DK has been popular this tournament. I mean, DK's banned, so NOSFA goes with Storlag, so RAISY might just go with a Clutch.
Let's see if he does, because the Clutch is still available.
I hope so.
So
that we get the medium versus medium, light versus light, and then heavy versus heavy. Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
RAISY's having a think, and it looks like it will be the Clutch. And we've had a lot of talk about a couple of the heavy champions on LAN, and literally they've been saying that with Sorlag and Scale, they're not really too keen on them in terms of their hitbox and how big it is.
Yeah.
And that's why you still see, you know, the kills and the clutches, but looks like it would be going for that. The fact that the Clutch survived to the very end, that's a rare occurrence in itself.
Yeah, and I wonder how this is going to go, because based on the champion picks, all three maps are going to be very, very entertaining. I'm a bit scared for RAISY on Blood Covenant. I think NOSFA has actually a good chance of taking it. I'm going to call it 2-1 to RAISY though.
Yeah, I think it would be rude not to give NOSFA a map, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was on Blood Covenant. It just depends how much he abuses at Nix for maybe aggressive or defensive ghost walks, depends on the how situational it's going to be. But that Clutch on Awoken, it's going to be rough, but we never see Sorlag on Awoken ever.
Yeah, that really worries me a little bit. Sorlag is very easy to hit. He does have good movement ability, a good active ability, but to beat RAISY's Clutch there, it's going to be a tall order. But I hope we do get to that map.
I was thinking he was probably using that solo for the mobility to keep away from the Clutch with, of course, the shield when he tries to bait to that, but you could use that with the Doom as well, really.
Yeah. NOSFA does like playing the Solar quite a lot.
Well, we haven't got Molten Falls, so we need to use Sorlag for something, don't we?
Yeah. Or Veil.
Yeah, that is true. No Veil either, as these two will be getting underway very shortly. This is again, continuing on with the first round of our upper bracket match. So they are going to be playing for top 12 and going to continue on pursuing. And I think the winner of this match will play against either Maxter or Vodkax. And that's actually a crazy match in itself, considering that one of these two players will have to play against Maxter top 6. And I heard that Maxter's actually won against Vodkax, so that does mean that NOSFA or RAISY will play against Maxter, depending on who comes out on top in this match. And already on Corrupted Keep, starting things off, RAISY with that first initial frag from the get-go. I
like that start by NOSFA, but he definitely missed all of those shotgun shots. It's a really cool start to do, but sadly for him, he did not make it work, and he's already paid with 2 frags.
You will be recycled.
Ridiculous. 30 seconds in already. 2 frags to RAISY's name. Tickling him a tad with that heavy machine gun. Be rotating around. The heavy has been delayed a little bit longer, so there's now about a 3.5 second difference between the items.
Great awareness from RAISY, realizing, okay, I don't need to fight at this mega. I don't really have stack. I'm just gonna go steal the heavy, and then I can play defensive. Now he's surely just trying to use some beaker damage. Just being as annoying as he can, as RAISY likes to be, and that is a lot of bigger damage actually.
And that's a lot of annoyance as well.
Yeah. Oh, he got caught off guard. Who can win this fight? NOSFA looking good, but the rockets don't land. It's just going to be 1 major item to each player. And RAISY, After he picks up this HP, he should be fine. Oh, NOSFA, not really the right weapon out there. He's gonna give another kill to RAISY, 3-0, 1 minute in. Still a long time for both major items. Let's see if NOSFA can make his way. He's hitting a lot of nails.
It's a little bit done, still tickling with the LG here and there, but the damage is adding up. One good rocket will do it, we've got to clean him up. They're both so weak, 8 HP, manages to stay alive. How on earth? Managed to get out of that one. No trade is going to occur though, but NOSFA does have a huge stack to try and start this comeback as he dives on straight on in with the orb, picks up the light. But RAISY is able to, I say get away, but it's actually still pinning him down because LG still taking his time. It's fair play to RAISY to deal all that damage still.
Yeah, finally NOSFA gets the kill. It felt like RAISY was getting away with murder in some of these fights. Let's see if NOSFA can get another couple of kills. Both major items are spawning at the same time, and RAISY seems to be right below him, trying to figure out which one he's gonna go for. And RAISY attacking here already, and going back, just trying to bait him out to do as much damage as possible, and going to get the heavy after the fight. Oh, yeah. Wrong weapon out, but oh, he does have the LG, but he decided I'm just gonna go for the style points with the aerial machine gun. That works. So RAISY caught off guard here. I mean, not off guard. He decided to go for the fight. I think he just completely underestimated NOSFA's stack and position.
And it's good as well. NOSFA, every single time he's taking RAISY down, both times he's gone into that red room to pick up the light and the 2 health bars to recover and get prepared for that next fight. As he hasn't got any rockets, but he does pick up the mega. Heavy is up as well.
And light armor at the top is going to be up, followed by the lower light armor. NOSFA a little bit scared of going there. Doesn't know exactly where RAISY is. He's scared that he might just be around the corner. Let's find him out. Oh, now he has to get out of here. RAISY's stack is too big for him. And he's running out of LG ammo as well. Can he delay until the mag is up? Oh, he chases RAISY! And it's a mutual frag in the end. That is an insane push for NOSFA to do. Great spawn by RAISY though.
Yeah,
that
the
is
LG,
amazing.
the rockets, the light, and the heavy. You couldn't have asked for a better spawn.
Yeah, I don't know if NOSFA is going to be expecting both of those weapons. Because he's like, oh, I spawned here, I can get the control of the rocket and the LG, and then when he gets into a fight, he's going to see RAISY with both of the weapons.
Certainly is. LG battle comes out between the two. NOSFA right in the thick of it, just trying to fire those rockets in case he dives on in with the red room for those bubbles, but that's not going to be the case.
Great push, and NOSFA's going to be left with nothing. I think he might be able to seal the mega, or maybe not even that. RAISY pushing in. Good damage by NOSFA, but not enough.
Picks up pretty much everything. Did have the slight stack advantage, but not after that shot. He's pretty much neutral here.
I think he fell! He fell!
Oh, he was meant to stand on the head of the statue. But
who would have guessed? Another little movement mistake.
Yeah.
It's happening to everyone.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an odd weekend.
And that actually gives NOSFA a great opportunity to come back into the game. Only one frag behind. Mega spawning in 5 seconds. RAISY just pushing through. No respect given. And he's going to be able to get the kill right before the mega. And keep the flow going.
RAISY with a 2 frag lead. Just approaching the halfway stage. That peeking out again. Continue to be annoying. He's actually trying to use it with the nail. He's actually out of range with the LGs. There's not really much you can do. But at least he's got the info he requires in order to continue with his next engagement, using a little bit more of that heavy machine gun to tickle him in that red room. Has picked up the heavy. Mega will be up in a few seconds. We'll get there in time, and NOSFA realizes this, and that was a good getaway.
There comes the mega. NOSFA just trying to get the timing, not really pushing for it, as he knows he does not have the weaponry or the stack to really do it. RAISY going up a jump pad, very aggressive. He took a lot of damage. NOSFA might be able to defend this heavy, depends if RAISY wants to attack for it or not. He's still considering it. He doesn't really know where NOSFA is, so he's just gonna sit back and let him take it. Might go now, right as it's about to spawn, and try to do some damage. Does do 100 damage without taking any, that's the really important part. And he does get hit eventually, but NOSFA misses the second and third rocket in the end. I feel like that should have been an easy frag for NOSFA after dropping down on him, but he just missed the rockets.
Yeah, high pressure situation. Good damage coming up from RAISY, just standing this ground, but NOSFA's doing almost equal amounts. As he finds him, good rocket damage there, trying to look for a little bit more. He will steal the heavy. Would he get away though? It's actually still continuing to try and pressure RAISY, but he does get away. Mega's going to be up. NOSFA's not going to get there in time, but he's going to be ready in position to defuse that archway. Again, a lot of damage from the Pika once again. Gets a little bit more with that rocket, so it's just collectively just all adding up here. And RAISY was quite eager to try and close out that 9th frag, but he is backing away, and now he's actually giving himself a bit more of a positional advantage.
And that's thanks to RAISY's movement after the fight. He grants himself a completely free heavy, while NOSFA still doesn't have much to play with, and that's going to be a very easy kill by RAISY. Looking for the spawn frag. Where is NOSFA? It's going to be a free mag as well. And now, this is a very momentum-based map, and RAISY knows. Now I have full rotation, I have full momentum, I can do whatever I want, and he's just going to try and get a couple kills. Somehow, NOSFA is the one getting the kill after cosplaying Gavek for a couple of seconds and just landing every single nail onto RAISY's body.
Well, he was going up the jump pad, mind you, but still, the fact that he actually hit all those shots was pretty crazy, using the auto the rocket combo. Oh, so weak. One rocket will do it if he can land the shot, but
nice.
The Mega's going to do itself justice anyway with that heavy machine gun. So 2.5 minutes left. He's still keeping it, in terms of the scoreline, as tight as possible. I have to see now how RAISY's going to do to try and keep him pinned. Or get himself out of that pin situation here. As that rocket sadly doesn't hit, and the heavy is up, manages to get it, and that's going to be huge now for NOSFA. It's given the opportunity to get away and recover.
Still 5 seconds for the Maggie, might still be able to attack for it, and RAISY just comes through, and NOSFA lands the direct. That was very aggressive by RAISY. RAISY knew if he gets his kill, he ends the game, but if he doesn't, then NOSFA can have a chance at winning. That's so much damage with the Picker. NOSFA surely going to go down, just trying to do as much damage as he can. Doesn't do that much, but he might be able to spawn next to the heavy.
Don't get me wrong, I like the surprise factor and the creativity RAISY had there, because I don't think even NOSFA was expecting it. He had like a second or two to then realise, but he was just going to do a drive-by through the red room. But with that orb in place, it was going to give him a benefit of the doubt. It's now still got just a couple minutes left. There's takedown. RAISY there, only 1 frag difference now.
Yeah, NOSFA's Zor plays have been really good, because he's coming in at times where RAISY isn't really expecting him, and he always, or most of the time, he hits the combo. And RAISY, being a little bit sneaky, almost throws NOSFA out of the map. Let's see if the Brazilian can hold a position. Doesn't seem likely. RAISY rockets reign supreme.
RAISY's known for laying traps and playing sneaky, and now it's a great example of that, even though he's been quite aggressive for the majority of this game. Using that peek, it cleans him up again. That may well be the game-winning frag. So NOSFA now has to really exert himself, play over-aggressive. That's a good start with the damage, but RAISY's was just a little bit better. That's going to be a done deal.
Yeah, it does seem like this is the GG. Unless somehow RAISY makes a terrible mistake and falls off the map 4 times in the next 30 seconds. Given how many movement errors we've been seeing today, there is potential.
True, even though that's probably taken the mickey a little bit, but that would surprise that would surprise me.
But yeah, really well played by NOSFA in that first map. I don't think RAISY was expecting to be so close. And now that we're going to the M6 later, I'm feeling good about the 2-1. I think NOSFA can definitely take the M6. He could have taken this map as well with a little bit more luck, but in a lot of those 50-50 fights, RAISY was the one coming out on top on most of them.
Yeah, if NOSFA does win map number 2, I think map number 3 is going to be confirmed with that clutch versus Sorlag, and as if they know something we don't. But that's going to be the first map all finished, and it's already in favour of RAISY, up 1-0 in this series. Of course, if you're just joining us, it is the first match of the upper bracket. We've already had 3 previously, but it's still in the winners round 1, and already RAISY up 14-9. And just looking at the damage so far, 37% LG from RAISY and 29 from NOSFA.
Yeah, neither of these accuracies make serious worry at all.
He's fine not bothered. Am I bothered? No, absolutely not. But RAISY is looking 10 times better from what we saw compared to groups. But NOSFA still playing very well, don't get me wrong. He kept the scores very close, but score escalated over the last couple of minutes because he had absolutely no choice. He had to play over aggressive to catch him.
This first frag, I thought it was a really good push by NOSFA, but he did not land the shotgun shots at all. Had he landed, I think he would have had the frag right from the get-go. And then this one as well. Like, a lot of these fights could have been could have gone in NOSFA's ways, but his execution was not there for the first half of the game.
You can see just continue on. RAISY had that fantastic start. NOSFA was able to claw his way back and make it a much closer affair. This is good for him, but for Blood Covenant now, it's been some interesting picks, isn't there, for Blood Covenant?
Yeah. The Nyx versus the Slash. Well, Athena was still open, that's the thing. And RAISY, I mean, even if he doesn't really play much Athena, he can definitely play the Slash. So the Nyx pick is a little bit surprising.
And plus he knew the Athena was going to get banned on Awoken outright.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no doubt about it. Such a great champion to use on Awoken, and there's no point giving it to your opponent. And there we have it. So, with that first map done, what's your prediction of how things are going to go? Do you feel like this is going to be quite a low fragging game, depending on how things are going to go with the Nyx and the Slash matchup, or do you think otherwise?
RAISY has to be playing slow, right? Because if he gets 1 or 2 frags behind, there is no way for him to come back. He just cannot catch up to the Slash.
Well, the lad loves to play sneaky and loves to lay traps, and what better do it on a map like Blood Covenant with the Nyx. And we'll see if it can close out this series and steal NOSFA's seed.
We'll see. I think NOSFA is gonna take this map. I'm 90%.
Very confident about it.
I am very confident in my Portuguese-speaking comrade.
Well, you said something to me last night about having a 95% possibility or something else, and that was untrue.
I don't remember what it was.
I do.
Okay.
That's why when you say 90-something%, I'm like, right.
79% then.
Right, anyways, enough of the shenanigans. We're going to get the second map underway between RAISY and NOSFA. This is the first round of the upper bracket, and they'll be playing for a spot in the next round and to guarantee themselves top 12. So let's see how things are going to occur. Starting things off from NOSFA's perspective.
I gotta say though, my 90% comes from the fact that RAISY has not really been using Railgun. I don't think you can win the M6 without using Railgun at all. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, you're not wrong. As he's just biding his time.
Yep, just listening out. He doesn't want to get RAISY to be the one sneaky. He wants to figure out where he is and then try to go for the kill. Very slow start by NOSFA. Now going with the ability, knowing he can speed up the pace. Not gonna get to the Mega on time, but it's fine. All he wanted was the heavy.
Just picking up those hourglasses to deny from RAISY, but RAISY hasn't even used his Ghost Walk yet, so that's not going to bother him at all in the slightest. He's got a little bit of information from where RAISY's jumping around, so he's just going to chill for a little bit, try and get that first rail, but for NOSFA, he needs to, of course, step 1, bait out that Ghost Walk, and step 2, try and guess the rotation correctly.
We can see how much respect NOSFA has for RAISY, that right now he's not even trying to just go for angles, he's trying to figure out where is RAISY hiding, because he knows RAISY wants to be playing this very, very sneakily, trying to set up traps, and NOSFA is very worried about where he might step into next.
5 items not really too far apart away from each other, just about a second after 2 seconds. As RAISY does have the high ground.
Is he gonna fall? There's a trap on us. Oh, does not quite work. RAISY, too careful.
Almost decided to whip out the LG instead, takes him down, but the Mega is still up. So it means that NOSFA will be able to take it.
So RAISY, whatever shenanigans he was up to, after missing that rail, I don't think he's going to be in the top 5 anymore.
No, that's it. It's probably what, 12th now?
Now he's 4 out of 6, which isn't too bad, but it's like what? What's 4 out of 6?
4 out of 6.
I can't do math, so I'm asking you.
It's just under 17%, so...
not that bad.
Approximately 68%.
Okay, still not that bad.
Quick math. I've done some really bad maths on broadcast in the past. I hope that one made up for it. But RAISY with the lead still, keeping NOSFA in check in terms of his stack. Very... Turns to an eager beaver to try and get that second...
And I will say, since RAISY is actually using the rail this time, I give him a much higher chance of winning now.
Yeah, that probability in the 90s is kind of wearing thin at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, closer to 19.
Oh, saying that though, actually,
Oh,
great
that's a great
stuff
rail
from
by
NOSFA, and of course didn't have that ghost walk in hand. Great stuff. to
Now
equalise the
is where
scoreline.
he has to dominate the Knicks. Riggs, especially, he has no ghost walk right now. One more shotgun and he gets the kill. And this matchup is where Slash can really dominate after getting a kill, especially how cleanly it was. And he has the heavy right after. He needs to protect the rail and he can just walk all over Knicks.
He certainly could do. No armor to raise his name. We'll hear that light picked up though. Trying to find some chip, but hasn't found anything yet.
And even now, NOSFA is so worried about where RAISY might be trying to set up a trap.
Change positions, gets the first rail. So important. Managed to hit the second, but he will be able to get the third in time before he picks up the heavy. He's using a heavy machine gun, but NOSFA's having absolutely none of it. He's going to make that a third.
Should be another kill. Oh, good double jump. And NOSFA not going for the rail, deciding to go for the LG. And I think that's not bad, because it might mean he spawns close to the bridge and might be able to get the rail for himself. Well, RAISY still does not have a rail, but it seems he's going to be able to get one right before the heavy, as NOSFA has evacuated.
RAISY's still got a big stack and he can still use that Ghost Walk aggressively. Just a matter of how and when. Mega has been picked up. Full item control. Items in sync enough for him to challenge both or contest both rather. And I like this from RAISY, just not really given any kind of cues at all in the audio department. Knows that he's probably going to beat out, especially after picking a heavy machine gun. Baits out that he's going to drop down, which he is not. And does get away, but how often is this going to occur? Just past halfway stage, plenty of time to work with. RAISY's well aware of this and he just needs to keep consistent with his game plan.
Finally, RAISY hitting a couple more shots, but with NOSFA in the lead, we need a movement advantage. He does not want to get near. He just wants to go for a little rail duel and go back and keep getting the items.
Oh, it's actually caught him off guard. Fate to bad. He went up the rocket jump, but still NOSFA took him down. It's going to go from bad to worse.
And Mega coming up soon. NOSFA will just be getting there. Oh, there's the ghost walk by RAISY. And NOSFA just gonna evacuate. He does not need to take that risk. Just gonna go away, get some HP again, let him get the Mega, and let's get set up for the heavy. He's not really getting set up for the heavy though. He's just trying to survive. So he might just have to evacuate. Does land the rail though. That's gonna help a lot. He might even steal the heavy at this point. Okay, that's great for NOSFA.
Huge loss there for RAISY. The Mega has been taken. Luckily for him, NOSFA does miss that rail. Now can be rotating back around to pick up some ammo. Just setting himself up back again. He's still got that 2 frag lead, but let's see how long he can keep this up for.
I love how NOSFA's moving around the map. Not sure if he can win this fight though. LG versus LG. And RAISY decides not to go for... Oh, the RAISY actually drops down behind him, so NOSFA knows Mega is mine. I can just go, and that's going to be it for me. I can get back control of the game.
And he has picked up the light. He's picking up the hourglasses, stealing them away. But again, RAISY still has that ghost walk in his back pocket. One more rail should do it. He's dropped all the way down, and he's going to be able to catch him here, Ince, as he's going up the heavy stairs. And the heavy's up right this second. So at least he can pick up the health bubble and he can pick up the heavy in the meantime. He waited for a little bit because he was a little bit scared to see if NOSFA was going to continue on pushing or just double back. That seems to be the case. Great rail.
Can he defend?
It's just been able to be picked up.
That was very scary. RAISY, no ghost walk now. He has to run, but NOSFA is the one running away because he does not need to take any risk. Oh, that's a great angle. Can he find another one? RAISY missing the jump at rail. You're not going to get the railgun trophy like this. Try all you want, but if you're gonna miss jump pad rails, there's no amount of trickery that's gonna help. 2 minutes to go, NOSFA. Looking at... Oh no, What? It's so aggressive. It surprised me. Left me baffled there for a few seconds. How aggressive you wanted to be after playing so defensive for the last few minutes.
NOSFA just going to go for the TP. RAISY's got the info required.
NOSFA's moving around a lot right now. Oh, that's a great find. He does not need to fight RAISY at all. Just needs to keep using the sound cues and his movement advantage. And he will be fine. Go away. Don't let... Yep.
I like that as well. He missed the second rail and just knew instantly there's no point. Or he hit the first one and just...
Yeah, there's not even need, because at the second rail, RAISY's already ready to fire back.
Yeah, he would have missed it, and then that would have been the third frag potentially for RAISY.
NOSFA's playing this really well, and for RAISY it's got to be frustrating, because there's no real way to catch Slash in speed. He does get railable there for a second, but he's going to steal the heavy. That's going to be big. He might just have to switch weapon to something else. The LG that will do enough damage. And now he's already more stacked than RAISY once again.
Yeah, RAISY did a huge amount of damage with that heavy machine gun, but...
It was a risk to take. RAISY either killed him there, or he was going to miss out on the items on the whole map.
Oh,
and
that direct.
He's going to be able to get this kill, which should be the GG frag to win map number 2. That's a big win for NOSFA right there. So how do you feel about my 90% now?
We'll let you off just this one time. Just this one time. I don't know, if it was any other player, like I expect RAISY to do some crazy things with the Knicks. I thought we'd lay a few more traps or play a bit more sneakily, but...
NOSFA was ready for it.
He was prepared. He played quite cautiously, knowing what RAISY can be like as a player.
I'm very impressed by this NOSFA's performance. Usually when it comes to LANs, he seems a little bit more nervous than when he plays online, but right now he's playing well. And RAISY getting the finishing blow that won't really matter anymore, because NOSFA already won the second map. And let's see the accuracies. RAISY 43%. So his overall stats, he's probably not even in top 5 anymore. NOSFA though, 57%. Good accuracies.
57% against the Knicks is ridiculous. It honestly really is. It didn't really make the angles easy for himself either. There was a lot of times where he had height disadvantage, and then he saw like the certain point of his hitbox and was still able to take him down, or at least do enough damage to go for some of his items. Really, really well played from NOSFA, honestly. It was a lot of little things he was doing here and there as well, just messing around with with his movement to fumble with the audio cues for RAISY to get some of his items. The fact that he stole that one initial heavy earlier on, just past the halfway stage, to really give himself a little bit more of a boost to try and secure the rest of his items and get map control. RAISY put on a great, a great effort overall, especially with that heavy machine gun a lot of the times, but wasn't able to pick up some of these items. And yeah, with NOSFA, very, very well played and took advantage of every opportunity he was given, which means that we will be going to Awoken with the Sorlag
in the clutch. Yeah, that's going to be entertaining. I have no idea how that one's going to go. I'm not even going to try to make a prediction. I think it could go either way, because it's fun. How often do we get to see Sorlag? Not really that much.
Only on Molten Falls, most, 9 times out of 10. But
yeah, and now we're going to get it on Awoken versus Clutch.
Awoken,
I'm ready for anything. Just bring it.
Well, he needed some ability, didn't he? I did say that he could have used the Doomslayer as well, but decided not to go for that.
I think it's better if he knows RAISY is going clutch. It's probably better to go with a tank than with a Doomslayer. Yeah. And if he went with like heal, he would have no mobility. So the Sorlag is a good choice. I don't think NOSFA doesn't really play scale better either. So he's going with the Sorlag just to have that refrag ability right off the spawn, because he will spawn with a pretty high stack and good mobility.
And there's a good chance that he would have used his shield, so he would be extremely vulnerable.
I think this map is going to go a lot. It's going to be impossible to get clean frags, right? So there's going to be a lot of refrags. Yeah. We might wait a long time for the first frag, but as soon as that happens, we're going to see like 7 frags right off the bat. Just back to back to back.
We'll see. We'll see. It's definitely a matchup we're not accustomed to or used to, but we are used to the clutch on Awoken by RAISY countless times. It's Strong Sage, Civ, on the odd occasion Chain for time and time again, but looks like we're going to be kicking things off from RAISY's perspective. Already picking up the heavy gun for the rockets, and does have the rail just to add to his arsenal.
there's one rail which completely strips all of the armor from NOSFA. He's not going to be happy about that. If RAISY sees, he might just rocket jump with a... There he goes, up the jump pad, might have to use a shield. I don't think it was even necessary, but he wants to be safe. Does land the shot. That's going to mean, though, since he didn't get the frag and the items were spawning at the same time, he took that gamble. He doesn't get the frag, so NOSFA is going to be able to stack back up. It was a good gamble to take, just too bad for him he couldn't get it. Good damage by NOSFA. It's a very dicey fight right now.
He was so lucky that he didn't come out with a try button, and my goodness, and the rail missing, of course. So Shield will be back up shortly. He does have to spit in his back pocket as well. Great rocket coming. Oh my goodness, the rail as well straight afterwards.
Players being a little bit quiet, and you can see a lot of fights, a lot of damage has been exchanged, but no frags just yet. No player wants to overcommit just yet. RAISY, he knows he's here, doesn't have any armor, but he has the shield. He wants to fight. And NOSFA just trying to keep it long range until that shield has been baited.
You can see both players are still poking and plodding away. No, neither player really doing any damage at all, just spamming here and there to feed himself a little bit of info to see if they're pushing or not, but both players being quite neutral in terms of their approach.
And it's as we expect, it's going to be very slow until there's a frag, and both players are really trying their best not to make any mistake and give the enemy free damage. I wonder when the frag will actually come. It's either RAISY will try to overextend with the shield, or NOSFA will make a positional mistake, but right now it doesn't seem like either is likely to happen.
Well, RAISY's still got that positional advantage, doesn't want to really give that up. He's actually going to leave the Mega a little bit longer just to mess up with the timings, but NOSFA should have been close enough to hear when that Mega was picked up. But when's he going to use the shield? Yes, he's going to be using the shield now. LG comes up between the two, but you can see NOSFA just barely, by the skin of his teeth, trying to stay alive. RAISY's going to be happy about that engagement, which also means he can approach the heavy.
Oh, I thought he was going to go for the shot. Small advantage now for RAISY, big advantage after he gets this heavy completely for free, and NOSFA, not even that rail is going to make much of a difference unless he gets the Mega as well. Oh, but NOSFA, the damage he did on the jump pad, he was completely ready for what RAISY wanted to do, and he makes him pay.
No shield, no problem. That was the strat NOSFA was going for there with the, of course, the angle he had. He's come up with the shield now, and you were right about the trade potential, how often it's going to occur, and that was a good example of it. We just had to wait for that first frag to...
Yeah, although now RAISY got that one really cleanly, and NOSFA's already coming back. It's pretty much as we expected, right?
Yeah.
As soon as the first kill happens, it's just going to be a lot of action. And the Mega, RAISY somehow managed to get away with everything. And NOSFA's not going to be happy about that, because he did so much damage to get that refrag. He didn't get it, and he gave all of the items to RAISY. So NOSFA's going to be leaving with nothing for the next minute. It's going to take a while to stack Starlight back up.
There's a lot of engagements. NOSFA is going to probably try and avoid him like the plague for a long time, but he wants to have a part of it, and he should be able to clean up. Yes, he does. Makes it 2, and this is a trade he cannot take. But he could definitely go for the Mega once he should have with the machine gun. He may not be able to take him down, but he should be able to at least do a fair amount of damage, and he did. Took him down to 7 HP.
There's no way he stays alive for more than 20 seconds. Okay, he went to the in the right route. He's getting the shield, but NOSFA knows he can just push in because he's a very easy target to hit. There's the heavy coming up. He uses the shield. Can he drop on it? Oh, the dare rocket by NOSFA. He steals the heavy, dies. I think that's fine. He just needs to push at the Mega, and he tries, and RAISY just disappears. You can see how quickly the pace of the game shifted as soon as the first frag happened.
Yeah, it's escalated massively compared to these stalemate situations which occurred during the first few minutes. Good rail there, using the spit as well just to stop him from doing the tango with the pillar. And now RAISY, you can see, still continuing with that good stack. So that big stack rather, and he's only got 10 seconds until the shield is available to pop.
Mega coming soon. RAISY, can he get onto it? Oh, RAISY just disappearing. NOSFA. Should be a clean Mega. I say clean despite him taking that trail, but he still has a massive stack after it. RAISY might be trying to now play a little bit safe because he knows he's on a massive stack disadvantage.
Oh, finds him. Great direct-to-rail combo. Looking for a little bit more, and that's going to...
After the combo, it was brilliant from RAISY not to use the shield. Because if he did, he would die anyway, and he would not have shield for the spawn. Now at least he has a shield.
Yeah.
Oh, he's pushing now with the shield for the LG fight. NOSFA is a little bit early for this Mega and running. Why did he switch to the LG, to the rail? He actually got the frag somehow. I didn't really understand the switch to the rail because he still had like 80 LG cells left. And he gets the frag anyway. So all is good. Tied up game. It's entertaining as we expected.
Maybe he's so confident about hitting him with that rail that he can just go into the corner to the choke point and back away. But yeah, that was a little bit strange because he was winning that fight anyways.
I like this. Oh, RAISY is way too early in here and there's no shield for him. He might be able to push from spawn though. He will have the shield. He should have a shotgun. He might try to push from spawn. Let's see. Is RAISY gonna push? You can see NOSFA already trying to become very mobile, trying to get ready for any drop down from RAISY, knowing that even if the shield appears, should be able to do as much damage, but he doesn't have the LG ready on time. So much damage from NOSFA, surely. Oh, he does die to the spit anyway, so all is fine again. Mega's gonna be up, NOSFA, is he going to go for it?
The worst thing was he had the LG out for such a long time, the timing of that was just crazy, but it did come up the jump pad to pick up the Mega, and gets away with him.
Yeah, NOSFA, oh, he can hit it! Oh, I can't believe he missed the second shot. Clutch a little bit too fast there. But that rail really helps NOSFA quite a lot. He's pushing RAISY from behind and he should be able to get the kill. And the heavy, and no! Somehow the shield, the drill does some work. How often do we see the shield getting a kill? The drill getting a kill?
Very, very
Almost
rare
never.
itself. And NOSFA, a long drawn out trade, but it's a trade nonetheless. NOSFA's got absolutely no armor, but does get railed for his trouble. He's actually going to stand his ground and just try to get as much damage as possible.
Oh, he doesn't even hit the speed, sadly for him.
That was rough. He probably would have only got about 30 damage done anyway, but yeah, every little helps, especially at this stage in the game with the heavy up. He does manage to steal it and now takes the lead.
Now would be a good time for NOSFA to push though. And there he is. He knows he can push, but there's the shield coming up from RAISY. This is fine, 5 seconds. Sarlacc can get there in time. Where is Sarlacc? Oh, he can't. He spawned a little bit too far. Sarlacc almost got there on time. That's gonna be RAISY. No HP, no armor. He doesn't have the weapons. He falls. That's a freebie,
it
really.
Weird. Yeah, I wasn't too sure if he just.
I think he just fell. He expected not to be there, but now RAISY getting away. This is just high octane gameplay right now.
For this movement, it looked like he was planning to fall, which was strange. You probably are right in terms of him falling by accident, but I'm not really too sure.
I think he wanted to fall, but he was kind of hesitant because he knew NOSFA could have been there, but he didn't hear him for so long. Oh, that's great by NOSFA, actually. Can he get out of here? The shield is gone. The NOSFA still going away. Now he can fight back. He doesn't win the fight. Very close, but Heavy's going to be the next item up, and NOSFA, where did he go? Heavy's up. Okay, now he realizes it's up. He gets it, and he should be on time for this Mega. He still has a really good chance. 1 minute, 2 kills. With the Sarlacc, he can do this. 2 seconds. No, he doesn't. Only has the nail gun, and he's not really connecting. And RAISY,
he picked up the Mega as well,
Perfect.
and still was able to do anything about it. Just abused that choke point with the 2 rockets. That should be it. The shield's up in just a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that nail, only having the nail there really screwed NOSFA over. And he had to go back to get the Heavy. If he hadn't, he would be able to at least have the rocket and maybe rocket jump up or do something. But like this, not really able to do much.
Oh, just barely on the edge, but yeah, this is going to be it. This is going to be the series win here for RAISY. Then on this last bout, yeah, that's going to be the win for RAISY.
Yeah, well played by RAISY. A really good performance by NOSFA. And I gotta say, up until the last 2 minutes, I thought NOSFA was gonna take it.
Yeah, at a certain degree, I did feel the same, especially when he went up that jump pad and mistimed the Mega. I was thought, okay, that's going to be a potential turning point, but we know what the clutch is like in RAISY's hands. He's a bit of a cheeky bugger in that department with the champion and that map. But the thing is that he did make the Sarlacc work to a certain degree.
Make the Sarlacc work. It was just at the end he couldn't get the ball rolling in his favor. 66% rail and 58% LG. This was a stat pad match really there for NOSFA. So if that's any consolation, he should put himself in the top 5 of both AIM trophies with that performance.
Just need to keep playing against a clutch, or just a heavy champion in general, but yeah, the clutch especially. As I was watching this back, if you guys just missed it, the third and final map did go in the way of RAISY, so he will be continuing his path in the upper bracket, and NOSFA will continue his journey in the lower bracket later on. And you're absolutely right in terms of your prediction of how this map was going to go. A very slow start at the beginning, and then as soon as that first frag occurs, trade back and forth, and it literally was just that.
Yep, and RAISY ended up getting the better of the trades because Clutch, his ability is slightly better than Sarlac's ability, and I think that made the biggest difference. Because whenever Sarlac wanted to come back, he had the air control, but not a shield. So whenever he came back, the frags for him were rarely clean. And when RAISY came back with ability, his frags were usually a little bit more clean.
Let's just go for the replays. Yeah, we're just seeing how things just escalated so quickly, and that was the one moment you were talking about in terms of NOSFA's weapon selection.
Yeah. Bit unfortunate. Most of the kills that we're seeing from RAISY were done with the shield, further telling us that the clutch ability, I think, really helped secure this win for RAISY.
So at least he's going to have a sigh of relief.
Definitely.
Anyway, considering how that second map went earlier on, but I think, as you said, it was anticipated, it was predicted how that was going to go, and you predicted exactly how this was going to occur, not just in terms of match scoreline, but exactly word for word how this was going to go in terms of the action.
But I thought I was bad at predictions. What happened?
I don't know.
What I'd like to know from RAISY is that if him not using rail in the groups was in purpose, I'm sure it was, but I want to know what he says about that.
Maybe he's just having a bit of fun, a few giggles here and there.
Yeah, but now it's the playoffs, he's going to have to use rail, and even while using rail, NOSFA put out a great fight and almost took down the RAISY.
Well, speaking of RAISY, guess what? We do have an interview with the man himself. So, Lyko, take it away, mate. Let's see what RAISY thinks about that previous series.
Yeah, after a hard-fought victory, RAISY fortunately joined me for an interview. Congratulations, and I mean, 3 maps, and the last one went to the wire as well. Like, it was a close match for such a long time. How do you feel now?
Well, I'm just glad I survived the round. I expected NOSFA to be a tough opponent. I have lost to him on LAN before, and I expected him to, perform well. On DM6, I had trouble against him. His railgun accuracy, his machine gun, his LG, the way he uses slash, and my timing was off. It was just, I expected to lose that map, so I was very glad that I won the first map, because then I figured that on the third map I'll have better chances than on the second one.
Okay, so you had to use all the maps there were. Now you're up against Maxter. You said yesterday you didn't feel quite in shape. How is that today? Do you feel better?
I feel like I'm slightly playing better, but I'm still not exactly my 100% self. And I have played against Maxter a week ago at the Foundry LAN, and I lost to him. I think it was 2-0 in his favor. Was it? Maybe 2-1. Whatever. Point is, he won. So, I'll have to play really well in order to win against him. We'll see.
Okay, so one last short question. Do you really want to go and grab the railgun trophy with your accuracy after the group stages? Was that a plan, or was that just happening?
Well, if I can, I would like to. Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you, and yeah, Lethal and Ints, take it away.